It's a strategy one onto itself, I think, that we're seeing PlayStation returning to the Tokyo Game Show as an exhibitor for the first time since 2019. I think what we're seeing is their business strategy transitioning more towards, I think, an audience that they want to grapple and make sure that they're dominant in their home base. And we see it here. There is rumors of Hideo Kojima possibly headlining the keynote speech for PlayStation. We could see announcements for the brand new espionage shooter that they teased on the last showcase, or they could simply be talking more Death Stranding. The Tokyo Game Show is set to be a massive exhibition with a total of 3,190 booths. I mean, you've been to exhibitions. 3,190 booths. Do they have facility? Like, that's a massive exhibition place. I mean, it's just huge. 731 companies. I don't even know how this. The floor plan would be management would be insane. How do you manage that many people? It's ridiculous.
It's Japan. That's how. If you say to do something to make something happen, it'll happen because they want it to happen as much as the exhibitors want it to happen, the fans want it to happen. Tokyo Game Show it's huge for Sony. It's where the PlayStation was first sort of whispered about, announced about, things were shown off. It's where Metal Gear Solid was first teased. It's got a long and storied history for both Hideo Kojima, as you say, and PlayStation as a whole, them both being Japanese brands, Japanese people, that sort of thing. So them returning to a non-Sony trade show is kind of a big deal. They've not been to any since 2019, so they pulled out E3, they pulled out Tokyo Game Show. They didn't appear at a bunch of Game Awards. Actually, I think it was 2 or 3 Game Awards that they didn't appear at or show any trailers at. So this is a huge 180-degree turn. What that says to me is that they've got something to show off. Whether it is the rumored PlayStation 5 Pro, whether it is a bunch of new games, first-party exclusives, whether it is tactical espionage action from Hideo Kojima, or just a playable version of Death Stranding. I can't say at the moment. I've not heard any rumors about what might be there. Do we have dates of when the Tokyo Game Show is this year? It's normally August time, isn't it? If I'm remembering correctly.
We have a date on September 26th until the 29th.
So, there are rumors to therefore support that this is going to be the big blowout that shows the second half of the PlayStation 5 lifespan that's going to knock everybody off their feet, if those rumors are to be believed. So this could be where Sony and PlayStation go big. At their home trade show in Tokyo Game Show. It's a massive venue. It's ridiculous. So big, but so well organized, just because, you know, that's the way Japanese people and industry works. It has the chance to be something huge, this one. I'd be keeping a close eye. Very much keep a close eye. I think this is precursor.
I think what you said was very telling. Having Metal Gear teased for the very first time at the Tokyo Game Show almost gives me that secondary hype that possibly Hideo Kojima could come out and announce this new espionage shooter as sort of a homage to what he did before. This is the perfect place to announce it. There's definitely enough people that will be listening to this. So I think, if anything, if we saw even the like a teaser trailer of the smallest amount, I think something new could be announced here, and I think this would be the place to do it, and like you said, really hit a home run at the home field.
I would temper that expectation. I would imagine it's a release date for Death Stranding 2 rather than anything more, just because with how much gameplay and cinematics we've seen, they're just in the polishing phase, so I would imagine a release date for Death Stranding 2 is much more likely. But if we do get that teaser, the gaming world will go a little crazy. But yeah, keep your eyes.
Third trailer. Another Rudiggz prediction. Teaser trailer for new espionage shooter. Metal Gear. Not so solid.
Metal Gear floppy.
You know, what would he call it? Who knows? Would he go off of? I don't know. You know, that's the mind, right? And I'm just excited to see where he goes with it. But Tokyo Game Show, what are we going to see 26th to 29th? Obviously, we're going to see more of the games we love, but it's always fun to guesstimate what we're going to see in the future.
I'd say there's at least one big thing, hence they're being on the show floor. Whether that is new hardware or new software, I can't state right now. Whether we get the big PlayStation blowout prior to Tokyo Game Show, and then them being on the floor at Tokyo Game Show is showing off everything that they had, or as much as they can, that they had in that showcase. We don't know. We'll find out nearer the mark, but them actually being at a show for the first time in 5 years, to me personally, and feel free in chat or in comments, wherever you end up watching this, to argue with me as much as you fancy, but then being at a trade show for the first time in 5 years says there's something big.
Yeah, agreed. That's right. I think we're going to see Metal Gear Solid 17. Let's go. I don't know what he would call it. Like, it feels Metal Gear. What are they going to call it? Tactical Espionage 1? I don't know.
I mean, that's the genre of the game. There would be a name for it. It would be something completely out of left field, because who saw Death Stranding coming for a DPD simulator? And it still turned out to be an excellent game. He would come up with something that we would all think, what the hell are you chatting about, Kojima-san? And then we would turn around and suddenly everybody's loving it, because that's how the creative mind of that man and his team go. And we can't forget his team. He might be the figurehead of it, but his team make those visions actually happen.
Okay. The new game will be called Quiet Conscience. That's my prediction. All right.
Again, too much out of the Metal Gear Solid IP. Can't have that.
I know. It